All right, everybody, this is Crack Tiger, and today I want to talk about my experience with what I was guided to through one of my callings. And so after I had my mental breakdown back in October, I realized that I was not living up to the standards that I should be living up to, which is why when I call myself a failure, it's not negative. I'm happy that I realized that I was living like a failure, because now I know to fix it. So I started realizing that I needed to actually do something with my life. I couldn't just sit around in this comfort zone that I had built up of, I had a job that I didn't really care about, but it was good enough for what I was doing, which was not much of anything. And I got to the gym, so I felt like I was doing something. And I had a girlfriend, so I didn't feel like a complete loser. But I realized, like, there's more I can do. So I started, one day I was just laying around, and I suddenly got this feeling. I had downloaded Zillow, and I got this feeling like, you need to go on Zillow right now. And this was like the first time ever that my phone had actually ran out of data. So I tried getting on the app, and it wasn't working. And I was like, fuck, why am I getting this feeling when I can't go on the app? And I'm the most computer illiterate 28-year-old ever. So I got on the internet, and I wanted to see if I could actually use Zillow on the internet. I didn't know that I could. I thought it was just an app. And it worked. And while I was looking at some of the results around here, I noticed all the results were like 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and I was like, okay, my girlfriend is always gone. I'm gonna be, what do I need to be in a 4-bedroom house for by myself? Just to sleep in a different room every night? So I was because I was on the computer. I know I wouldn't have done this if I was on the cell phone. I just opened a new tab on Google, and I typed in homes for single people. And instead of getting actual results of houses for single people, which that wouldn't exist, I didn't know at the time, I got like this list of stuff that single people should do with property. And one of them was to get like a multi-unit home and invest in it. So that resonated with me. So I was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And so I got on Zillow, and I started looking up these multi-unit homes, and I started getting in contact with all these realtors on Zillow, which don't do that, because they're crack addicts. I'd make an appointment with one of them, and they wouldn't show up, and it would be like just a place like almost an hour away. I would drive all the way out there, and then they're just not there, and they won't answer their phone, and I'm just sitting there doing nothing. And one of them, I didn't realize that a realtor couldn't show you homes in a different state, and I live close to the border of Jersey. So I sent him a couple homes from Jersey, and instead of telling me, he just straight up stopped responding to me. So I started getting confused, and I was in the car one day, and just like with my experience to get out of the mental illness thing, I prayed to God, and I was like, okay, I'm stuck. Is this what you want me to do? And again, just like last time, this road, it was just like, you need to turn down this road. So I turned down the road, and I turned down a couple more roads, and as I was driving, I saw this big sign on the side of a house that just said realty. And I was like, okay, maybe coincidence. But I turned to the left, and there was another sign just like this. All it said was realty. It didn't have a realtor on it or anything. It just said realty. And then I drove a little further down the street, and another one, and another one. So I was like, okay, I got it. I got the sign. I'm going to do it. So I finally got a hold of I went to work the next day, and I realized what I wanted to do, and all I did was mention it. I just mentioned, I think I'm going to try to invest in a multi-unit property. And this woman I work with overheard me, and she was like, okay, come with me after work. I'll show you one. And that day, right after work, I'm in this multi-unit property learning all this stuff about how they work and everything. I had no idea. And her daughter was a realtor. So I contacted her daughter, and I ended up buying a multi-unit property from her daughter just by mentioning it the one day at work. I ended up with one. I owned a home. And this was a thing that I was terrified of doing in the past. I was trying to get out of my parents' house for years, but I was too scared to do it. Me and my girlfriend, we went and we looked at houses about 3 years ago, and I signed the contract to buy one. And after I did it, I was hoping to death that something would happen, that I wouldn't have to actually do this. I was terrified of doing this. And it did. It fell apart. And I was happy about it. And then I did the same thing again. And I looked for any little reason to get out of it. And I found one and canceled that one. And I have been like, okay, I tried twice. It doesn't work. I'm stuck here. And I just accepted that. And now I didn't have to do that. I found one. And so, and I have no experience with owning a home at all. I never owned my own property. I didn't know how to do anything. But what I decided was I am not afraid of my own limitations. Because what is guiding me, God, is unlimited. My limitations don't matter, because I've turned to Him for it. So, in the first month of owning this home, I've owned it for barely over a month. I had almost lost my homeowner's insurance. I had almost got the water and sewage services shut down. I had a piles of garbage collecting in front of the house because I didn't do anything with these utilities, and because I didn't know to, and on the due date of all these things, that I was just about to lose my homeowner's insurance and the water sewage, both on 2 different dates, and they both happened to be on my day off, so I had all the time in the world to fix them. I got it done right on the very last day, and I didn't even know that I was supposed to get this done. Like, with the homeowner's insurance, I was getting this call from Georgia all the time, and I was ignoring it. And finally, I picked it up, and you're about to lose your homeowner's insurance. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I got it done in that day. And the same thing with the water, and the same thing with the garbage. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I still got guided through it. That would have been a disaster, to lose my homeowner's insurance within a month of buying the place. But I'm not scared of any of this. I'm not scared that this place may make me go broke and fucking homeless. I don't care. I would rather do that than continue to not make anything of myself, to continue to be a cellar dwelling motherfucking loser. So that's it. I'm just doing this all by faith, and the same with these videos. I truly didn't know how to upload a video when I did my first one. I didn't know anything, nothing. I don't know anything, and I'm not scared of the fact that I don't know anything. Because what I do know is that I have turned to the highest power in the universe, and I have nothing in this world to fear. Not my own limitations, not a demon, not a sickness, nothing. I'm not scared of anything. Even if I do go broke and homeless, I trust that is the best thing for me. And even if I do get a COVID from walking around with no mask on, I trust that's the best thing for me. If that's what it's supposed to be, then so be it. I trust it. So that's the story of why I bought a crack house. It wasn't my idea. I didn't come up with it. I was completely guided to it. I had no thought of buying an investment property. My real goal before this was I was probably gonna just try to own a home and have a big oversized home for no reason, and work at the place that I work at that I don't want to work at anymore. I don't think it's a good place for me. I don't think it's where I belong. And just struggle at this mediocre job for the rest of my life to pay off a house, and that's it. And it's not It's not great. So keep your eyes open because there are signs everywhere.